How do you export data in Axosoft? To perform a .csv export of your data, go to any item tab, access the More menu, and then click the option to export. When you export, Axosoft will look at any columns you already have enabled in the grid, and it will default to check those boxes so that they are included in your export. If you see other fields you wish to include, just check the box to include them. Or if you want to enable the columns before you run the export, you can do that as well. Before I run this export, let me show you a few more things. If you want to control what is included in the export, you're going to rely on your filters. There are two major filters to keep in mind. So the first is the Organize panel. What project do you have selected? What release, what user, what customer or contact? All of this is taken into account based off your selection here in the Organize panel. If you just want to export of everything or no filters for the project, release, users, or customers applied, just select the All Customers, All Users, All Releases, All Projects option. The other place that Axosoft looks at are the actual filters you have applied. So you have your public filters, the one that either you made yourself or others have made and shared with the team. Once you apply your filter, your view will update. So in my case, let me go to my Organize panel, and let's only look at items that belong to this project folder. And if I wanted to remove, say I don't want to see the initial estimate, I can uncheck the column so that when I go to access the export, that column is not included in one of my default options. I can scroll and make sure that I can enable any other fields I wish to include in my export, and a few other details here. What does include HTML with the exported data mean? This looks at any large text fields that you have, and if there's HTML formatting included, it will output that format with the HTML tags included. If you don't want that, you can uncheck this option, or if you want the data as it appears in the database, you can go ahead and click to include the HTML tags. Once you export, depending on your browser settings, in my case, my Google Chrome saves it to my downloads file, and then I can double click to open it with any program that supports opening spreadsheets. So in my case, that's going to be Excel, but any spreadsheet program that supports .csv formatting will be your friend. But what about work logs? Work logs are also available for export. If you go to your Work Logs tab, and in my case, I don't have it enabled, so what I can do is go to Tools, System Options. I am the administrator, so I should be able to enable it. Here it is. Work Logs is enabled now. I'll let it reload, and I will add my Work Logs tab. The same principle as the main workspace we were in earlier applies here as well. If you wish to filter by a user, a project, a release, you can do that using the Organize panel. Now your filters will be based off of set filters that Axosoft has for work logs. Are these work logs for work items, for tickets, or whatever item types you have in your system? Do you want to filter by billable or non-billable? And is there a date filter you wish to apply? Once you've selected which items you wish, or which work logs you wish to have included in your export, you go to the More menu and then hit Export. And the same principle applies here. If you wish to include certain items or certain fields from your work log or from information that is related to your work log, you can. And one additional thing, if you have custom work log fields, you can include them in your export as well. And same principle applies. If you have, you can enable those custom fields from the work log section in case you wish to export them. What data is not available in the .csv export? Users, customers, and contacts are not available for export. Similarly, because we are exporting to the .csv format, your comments and your attachments will not be available or included in the export as well. If you wish to have access to this type of data, though, you can use our developer API to get that information from your database. If you go to developer.axosoft.com, you can review our documentation where we talk about how you can get your attachments, post attachments, delete attachments, Same with customer contacts. And then down here at the bottom, we also have users. If you're looking to get your history or your audit trails, that will be something that only installed customers will have access to. For additional information, be sure to check out our documentation. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.